Get this and get it straight. Crime is a sucker's road, and those who travel it wind up in the gutter, the prison, or the grave. There's no other end. But they never learn. I'm Kevin Cross, illustrator, designer, artist. When a respectable client of mine recently became involved with a shady but well-stacked widow, his daughter decided to take a hand in the matter. My hand. It's not like me to kill romance, but this one seemed doomed from the start. And when Cupid's arrows turned out to be .38 caliber slugs, the ever-loving end got a little too close for comfort.
And that's why I'm going home to do a self-portrait.
I'm doing another all-digital piece using my long-in-the-tooth version of Photoshop and my aging Winova tablet monitor. For reference, I took a selfie that kind of distorted my head shape, a mirror, and the opinion of a pretty lady. I have a specific reason for wanting to make this self-portrait, which I'll get to later, but it got me thinking about why artists make self-portraits. And I wonder, is it because we're secretly narcissists looking for love and validation in a world that largely ignores us? Probably the most obvious answer for why artists make self-portraits is that you always have a model available for practice. We had to do a fair amount of them in art school for this very reason, and it showed us that making them is a good way to chart your progress as an artist and see how far you've come. But I knew there had to be more to the self-portrait than that, so I put on my gumshoes to look for some common threads about why it's such a common practice with artists. As well as representing your physical attributes and a document of your age, self-portraiture can be used to announce yourself as an artist and the style you're currently working in. A calling card of sorts. Old man Rembrandt did this beautifully with nearly 100 self-portraits during his lifetime. It can be difficult to paint or draw yourself in an honest light. Creating self-portraits can teach you to be authentic about your work. I'm thinking about our crazy friend Van Gogh here. I think his style and paint application show the physical evidence of the torture he must have been going through on the inside. Aside from helping you become a more skilled artist, self-portraiture can show you how you feel about yourself and can be part of the learning process towards self-actualization. Personal mythologies can be shown and used for growth. Frida Kahlo, who was no stranger to tragedy, is a perfect example of this. Here's a quick self-portrait I did in my sketchbook just a few years ago when I was going through a pretty dark time. It's cartoony, goofy, immature, and despite the smiling face, it's drawn in a grotesque style. When I look at this now, I just see the tears of a clown. If you compare this self-portrait to the one I'm finishing today on this video, you can tell there have been some changes. Now here's the reason why I initially decided to do a new self-portrait and why I started thinking about all this stuff. See, I've been going back and forth on branding, what direction I want to take my art in, and what I want to say with it for at least a couple years now. I have a decent collection of detective, spy, and adventure paperbacks from the mid-20th century, and I've been taking a lot of influence from these ham-fisted books over the years. A lot of them have stunning illustrated covers by Robert McGinnis, James Bama, Frank Frazetta, and Mitchell Hooks, just to name a few of my favorites. But it's not just the cover art or the style of writing that has been an influence. I love the graphic design on these things as well. Really the whole package, the whole experience. Most of these books are standalone adventure series starring a particular hero. So naturally, like in the case of reprinted pulps like Doc Savage, The Shadow, and Conan, you're going to see the hero depicted on the cover in some sort of action. But most of the various detective and spy books have an inset illustration of the hero, worked into the graphic design, so you could tell at a glance, looking at a book rack, that your favorite series had a new release, or it was one you just hadn't read yet. It's something I think comic book companies adopted through the Silver and Bronze Age of comics, Marvel Comics Group in particular. I'm taking a page out of that playbook as I move forward, looking at the past as I create a new direction for myself. The self-portrait I'm finishing today fits in that direction. But I've said too much. I'll talk more about this in a future video or two, with the hopes that it'll help you guys think about how you're running your show. If you have anything to add that I might have missed on self-portraiture or anything else in this video, please leave a comment. If you like this video, I would appreciate you giving the thumbs up a smack right in the kisser. It really helps my channel and lets me know you want me to keep this thing going. True face reveal if this video gets 1 million likes. And here it is, all finished, my newest self-portrait. Thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't yet, please hit subscribe. And since that's not enough anymore, slap that bell notification button so you'll know when a new video comes out. If you'd like to help my endeavors, click on that Patreon logo too. And, as if I haven't requested enough yet, please send 1 pint of your blood and a waiver for your soul to Kevin Cross at P.O. Box 1954, Portland.